Welcome to World of Coins. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. So, let's get it started. The 2005 United Kingdom 50p coin holds both numismatic and cultural significance, being part of a long-standing British coinage tradition that reflects not just monetary value, but also historical commemoration and artistic representation. Issued by the Royal Mint, the 2005 version of the 50p coin was particularly interesting due to its multiple varieties and symbolic design. Continuing the tradition of special edition releases and commemorative themes that have characterized British coinage for decades, the 50p coin itself was introduced in 1969 as a replacement for the old 10-shilling note, and its unique heptagonal seven-sided shape made it instantly recognizable. By 1997, the coin was reduced in size, and the 2005 edition followed this smaller standard. In terms of composition, the 2005 50p coin was made of cupronickel, specifically 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silver-like appearance and a diameter of 27.3 millimeters, with a weight of 8.0 grams and a thickness of 1.78 millimeters. The obverse side of the coin features the fourth crowned portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, whose initials IRB appear just below the portrait. This effigy, used from 1998 until 2015, depicts the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, and is praised for its more realistic depiction compared to earlier, idealized versions. The legend around the edge reads Elizabeth II, DG Reg, FD 2005, which stands for De Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, Latin for, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This inscription has been a constant on UK coinage for centuries, a reminder of the monarchy's role in both religious and state affairs. The reverse side of the 2005 50p coin, however, is where its most notable distinction lies. Two versions of the coin were issued this year. The standard circulation coin features the seated Britannia with a trident and shield beside a lion, designed by Christopher Ironside, a motif that had graced the coin since 1969 and was the iconic representation of Britain herself, strong, noble, and resolute. Britannia is shown seated to the right, holding her trident in her right hand and balancing a shield bearing the Union flag on her left. This design pays homage to Roman influences and symbolizes Britain's historical naval dominance and imperial legacy. The words 50p are inscribed beneath the seated figure, indicating the coin's denomination. However, 2005 also marked the issuance of a commemorative 50p coin to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the birth of Samuel Johnson, the renowned English writer, poet, and lexicographer, most famous for publishing a dictionary of the English language. In 1755, this dictionary was a monumental literary and scholarly achievement of the 18th century. The coin, designed by Tom Phillips, is inscribed with two dictionary-style definitions from Johnson's work: 50p, noun plural, 50p, and coin, a small piece of metal used as money. The reverse design creatively imitates a dictionary entry and serves as a tribute, not only to Johnson's dictionary, but to the English language and literary culture itself. The layout is stylized with serif typography reminiscent of old dictionary fonts, and is both witty and intellectually engaging, a brilliant homage to one of Britain's great minds. The mintage figures for the 2005 standard circulation 50p coin are relatively high, with over 22 million pieces released into general use, making it a common coin in everyday transactions at the time. In contrast, the Samuel Johnson commemorative coin had a mintage of approximately 17.6 million, which was also widely circulated, making it relatively easy to find even today in pocket change. However, uncirculated or proof versions, especially those found in collector sets or struck in precious metals like silver, are considerably more valuable to numismatists and may fetch higher prices in the coin market. Numismatically, these coins are collected for a number of reasons. First, the commemorative version appeals to those interested in British literature and historical figures, particularly as Johnson's dictionary laid the groundwork for the standardization of English spelling and definition. Second, the standard Britannia design is historically rich. as it was one of the longest-running motifs on British decimal coinage before being retired in 2008 in favor of the Royal Shield, designed by Matthew Dent. The coin also holds interest for those studying the evolution of coinage under the reign of Elizabeth II, especially with the use of different effigies over time. In 2005, the rank broadly effigy was still relatively new and brought a sense of modern realism to the royal image on coins' condition. Rarity and demand all affect the value of these coins in today's collector market. For circulation grade coins, the value usually hovers around face value or slightly more if in very fine condition. However, brilliant uncirculated boo and proof versions packaged by the Royal Mint can fetch values between £5 to £15 depending on the market and demand. Silver-proof editions, especially the ones struck in limited quantities, are far more desirable, sometimes valued over £50 or more, particularly if kept in pristine, untouched condition in official Royal Mint packaging. In terms of symbolism, the two reverse designs offer contrasting yet complementary views of British identity. Britannia stands for imperial tradition, strength, and national pride, while the Samuel Johnson coin represents intellect, linguistic heritage, and cultural sophistication. These aspects reflect Britain's dual legacy as a political power and a cultural beacon throughout the centuries. It's rare that a single year of coinage can offer to such distinctive insights into national character from an educational perspective. The 2005 50p coin also provides an excellent case study in how coins can function as portable monuments. Of memory, through miniature artwork and inscriptions, they preserve key moments in a nation's story. Whether it's through Britannia's long-standing image or Samuel Johnson's scholarly legacy, each coin serves as a historical document. Coin collectors, educators, and historians alike find these coins to be valuable not only in monetary terms, but also in how they convey identity, values, and continuity across generations. Finally, the 2005 50p coin also stands at a crossroads in numismatic history. By this point, the UK was several years into decimalization, and the coinage system was undergoing a design transformation. The replacement of traditional motifs like Britannia with more contemporary designs would follow just a few years later, marking the 2005 coins as some of the final examples of a more classical numismatic era. This gives them added nostalgic and collector appeal today, especially among those who view them as symbols of a vanishing pre-digital, pre-Brexit Britain. In summary, the 2005 50p coin in both its standard and commemorative editions exemplifies the richness of modern British coinage. It brings together history, art, language, and monarchy in a compact form and continues to fascinate collectors, students of history, and the general public. Whether found in a jar of change or nestled in a collector's display case, this coin holds stories far greater than its small size might suggest stories of empires, scholars, and the enduring legacy of language and symbolism. From the stylized lines of Britannia's trident to the scholarly flourish of Johnson's dictionary definitions, the 2005 50p remains a coin of great historical resonance and educational worth. The 2014 United Kingdom 50p coin stands as an important and artistically meaningful piece in the timeline of modern British numismatics, continuing the country's rich tradition of using coinage not only as currency but also as a commemorative tool to honor British culture, history, and legacy. The 50p coin itself, first introduced in 1969 to replace the 10-shilling note during decimalization preparations, is renowned for its unique equilateral curve heptagon-shaped sides with constant width, making it easily recognizable by touch and sight. Since 1997, the standard 50p has had a reduced size, and the 2014 version follows this format with a diameter of 27.3 millimeters, thickness of 1.78 millimeters, and weight of 8.0 grams. It is minted from Cooper nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, giving the coin a silver-colored appearance and exceptional durability for circulation. In 2014, the Royal Mint issued two significant varieties of the 50p coin, a standard circulation coin, featuring the Britannia design, and a commemorative coin honoring the Commonwealth Games held in Glasgow, Scotland. Each of these designs carries deep historical and cultural value, as they reflect both Britain's enduring symbols and contemporary national achievements, starting with the obverse side. Both versions of the 2014 50p feature the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This is the fourth definitive effigy of Her Majesty, designed by Ian Rank Broadley in 1998 and used until 2015. This portrait is distinguished by its realistic approach, a contrast to previous idealized images. Her Majesty is depicted facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland diamond tiara. Below the neckline is the designer's initials IRB. Around the portrait runs the Latin inscription, Elizabeth II, DG Reg, FD 2014, an abbreviation for De Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This legend ties into the ancient religious and political authority of the British monarchy. A tradition continued even in a largely secular modern UK. The Standard Circulation 2014 50p coin retains the long-standing Britannia reverse design by Christopher Ironside, which had appeared on the coin since its debut in 1969. This image portrays Britannia, the female personification of Britain, seated facing right, holding a trident in her right hand and a shield bearing the Union Jack resting by her side. A lion sits beside her, reinforcing the image of strength and national pride. The word 50 pence is displayed beneath the design. This Britannia imagery is steeped in Roman British tradition and symbolizes the UK's naval history, imperial might, and cultural heritage. By 2014, this design was near the end of its run, as newer coin designs, such as the Royal Shield series introduced in 2008, had already replaced it in most denominations. However, the Britannia version was still minted for non-circulating collector sets, giving it lasting presence for enthusiasts and historians. The highlight of 2014, however, is the commemorative 50p coin celebrating the 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, a major international sporting event hosted by Scotland. This coin's reverse was designed by Alex Loudon and Dan Flashman, combining dynamic human form with traditional symbolic elements. The image shows a runner and a cyclist drawn in a fluid, modern style, capturing the essence of motion, competition, and athletic excellence. Behind the figures is the saltire, the national flag of Scotland, rendered in geometric design, a subtle yet powerful reference to the host country. The inscription 20 Commonwealth Games Glasgow 2014 encircles the top of the design, marking the event's global importance in celebrating unity across the Commonwealth nations. The mintage figures provide more insight into rarity and availability. The standard 2014 Britannia 50p coin was not issued for general circulation, meaning it was only available in collector sets such as annual coin sets or royal mint packages. As such, finding one in regular pocket change is virtually impossible. These coins are prized among collectors, especially in uncirculated or proof condition. The Glasgow Commonwealth Games 50p, on the other hand, was issued more widely, with a total mintage of approximately 6.5 million, allowing it to enter general circulation and remain a relatively common find, although its attractive design has led to many being removed from circulation by collectors over time. The numismatic value of these coins varies. The standard Britannia design in 2014, because it was not released into circulation, holds collector value primarily in its brilliant, uncirculated boo and proof versions, which can sell for anywhere from £5 to £20, depending on condition, and packaging may sell for £1 to £3 depending on where, but in pristine collector-grade packaging, its value can rise to £10 or more. Proof and silver editions of both coins available through the Royal Mint carry significantly higher value, particularly in original display boxes with certificates of authenticity. Beyond mintage and market value, these coins offer considerable symbolic significance. The Britannia 50p represents a continuity of national iconographia, linked between modern Britain, and its classical past. Britannia, inspired by Roman depictions of the British Isles, was first used on Roman coins during the reign of Emperor Hadrian and revived in the 17th century during the reign of Charles II. Her presence on British coinage since 1672 makes her one of the longest-running female figures in the history of Western currency. In the modern context, Britannia represents stability, tradition, and resilience, themes that remain central to British national identity. The Commonwealth Games coin, on the other hand, reflects contemporary values: unity, sportsmanship, and global cooperation. The Games themselves represent a celebration of the Commonwealth of Nations, an international organization composed mostly of former territories of the British Empire, committed to shared values of democracy, development, and peace. The 2014 Glasgow Games were especially significant for Scotland, coming shortly before the 2014 Scottish independence referendum, adding a layer of political and cultural importance to the coin's release. The dynamic design promotes diversity, athletic achievement, and the power of peaceful competition. From a collector's viewpoint, 2014 represents an intriguing moment in 5OP coin history. It marks one of the last few years where Britannia would appear in special issues as the UK shifted further toward modern designs and Royal Shield-themed coinage. It is also one of the rare occasions where a sport-themed coin like the Glasgow Games design entered circulation without being tied to the Olympics, such as the famous London 2012 5OP series. This makes the Commonwealth Games coin a standalone, commemorative piece, increasing its significance in sports numismatics. For educational and cultural contexts, these coins are also excellent teaching tools. They connect British history, Roman heritage, art and design, constitutional monarchy, sports diplomacy, and economics. Teachers and numismatic educators often use these coins to explain the concept of commemorative coinage, how national symbols evolve, and the way public memory is preserved in everyday objects. To conclude, the 2014 50 pence coins of the United Kingdom, both in their Britannia and Commonwealth Games forms, are vital elements of British numismatic history. They stand at a symbolic crossroads, one looking back to the historic strength of empire and tradition, the other embracing global modernity and celebration of international unity. Whether in a collector's display case or found in spare change, these coins speak volumes about British identity, resilience, and adaptability. Their beauty lies not just in metal and minting, but in the stories they encapsulate: the stoic gaze of Britannia and the athletic stride of the Games, both eternally preserved in shining copper